My name is Vivian Shaw. I design women's fashion, especially handloom knitwear and jewellery. This is my shop. Well, both grandparents came out in 1860. Of course, the new gold mountain, to find their fortune. Neither of them did that, but one was a journalist and one went into market gardening. My mother and father were born here in Australia. Dad was born in Surrey Hills, and my mother was born in Elizabeth Street. So we're very Sydney-centric. I have a lot of family in China. They came from Guangdong province. I know I've got lots of relatives, and I really don't know very many of them. But the ones I do know, I've seen in Hong Kong. My father was born in Surrey Hills, and I still have all his travel documents, including his passport with his palm print on it. I was born in Hong Kong. My parents were in Shanghai with a little shop called Little Shirley. Shirley's my second name, and at that time Shirley Temple was a big star, so that's why it was called Little Shirley. They were on holidays in Hong Kong, and because Hong Kong was a British colony, they thought it would be better that they had the birth there instead of somewhere else. So I was born in hospital in Hong Kong, went to Shanghai, but unfortunately the Japanese had taken control of Shanghai. The war in Australia, of course, was not even known until 1939, but in China it was 1937 that all occurred. I had a very happy childhood. There was no such thing as racism. I was the only Chinese in the whole, practically the whole school, but I never found any problems. As a matter of fact, people found me so cute that it was quite strange. They put me on the cover of the Pix magazine, and the family has a whole collection of photographs about the story of me coming back from China. China has a very, very old civilization. So therefore there's a lot that every Chinese somehow inherently understands. Filial piety, respect for the family, all those things. And also to try your very best. Whatever it is you do, you must try your very best. And very, very hard work we're not afraid of. Australia is a very young sort of country, but they are very into have a fair go. So somehow that sort of relates to the Chinese philosophy too. And I would say that I absorb all of those things by osmosis. My Chinese heritage has influenced everything I do. My work is entirely influenced, consciously or unconsciously, by my heritage. The jewellery that I do, if I go to Hong Kong or Shanghai, I look for pieces, little tiny gems, and I bring them back and I put them with all sorts of different stones that I have. So that, I suppose that's a big reflection of me and my Chinese background.
And finally, what do you think are the challenges in being Australian Chinese?
There aren't any. There are no challenges, only opportunities.